Okay, here is an example from section 8.2 where we're going to have an infinite number of solutions and there are fewer equations and variables. Okay, so again, we're going to use the Gauss elimination method to do this. First thing I want to do is write the augmented matrix, and then I want to get a 1 right here, so I take this whole row and divide by 1/3. Okay, now I want to get a 0 right here, so I take this row times -5 and add to row 2. My scratch work is over here. This is my new row 2. Okay, now I want to get a 1 right here. So I multiply this whole row by 3/10, which is a reciprocal of this. And this is my new row 2. Okay, so now what I want to do is go ahead and write the two equations associated with this. Remember, this is x, y, and z. So I have x plus 1/3 y minus 1/3 z is equal to 1. And I have y minus 7/10 z is equal to 0. Okay, and what I want to do is take these two equations and solve in terms of x and y. Okay, so the first one over here is I solve for y, and I get y is equal to 7/10 z. Okay, so that's my z. I'm sorry, that's my y. The first equation, I want to solve for x. Okay, so this is the equation. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in what y is, which I just found a second ago. So I'll plug that in right here. And then simplify this. Get x by itself. And this is what I get. So this plugs in for x, this plugs in for y, and then z is a fixed parameter. Okay, so that's the first way to do it. Now let me also talk about how to do this on the calculator. Okay, so start off with, you want to write it as augmented matrix, and the size is 2 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to put that in my calculator. So I'm going to go to our second matrix. I'm going to put it as matrix A. So I'm going to go over to edit. And I want to make it, again, a 2 by 4. And I already have the numbers in there, but if you want to pause and plug these numbers in here, you can. And then once you have the numbers in, we're going to go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this menu by hitting second quit. And then I'm going to use our RREF key, row reduction echelon form, like the last video. So go to our second matrix, math, all the way down to row reduction echelon form, RREF. So again, don't use the A, use the B. After that, I'm going to put matrix A in. Okay, and this is what we get. Now, in some of the homework, you're going to want these in fraction form, so I'm going to go ahead and convert this into fraction form, just to make it easier for these two. So to convert these into fraction form, you're going to hit your math key, and then fraction. Okay, and this is what we have. So I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to write this down and show you how we get our answers. Okay, so I wrote the matrix right here, what I got from my calculator. Okay. I'm just going to kind of show you, get the same answer down here. I want to write down both these equations. Remember, this is x, y, and z. So the first equation I wrote right here. So it's x minus 1/10 z is equal to 1. I'm going to go ahead and solve for x. And this is what I get. So that's what x is right here. The second equation, I'm going to write it first. So it's 0x plus 1y minus 7/10 z is equal to 0. And for that one, I'm going to solve for y. And that's what I get right here. So this is my x, this is my y, and this is my fixed parameter z.